Wasserextrakt. Also rein theoretisch, wenn ich jetzt noch 7 Kerne bekomme, 7 Erze, habe ich das Wasserschwert. Dann hätte ich 3 von 4 Schwertern. Dann fehlt mir nur noch das eine Schwert, was...
Where did that go to?
Das war easy, der Kampf.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Leveln kann ich sowieso gerade.
Bye-bye life, he thought.
Fuck!
Hello, emptiness.
Ja, der eine Treffer, der macht doch ein bisschen mehr Schaden als erwartet.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend. Yeah, that made him feel better. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it. Of course, if you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
Alles klar. Gehen wir die Wissenschaftler besuchen, um herauszufinden, was denn der absolut richtige Weg ist in dem Fall.
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
Na komm, gib mir irgendwas zum Heilen. Das wäre vielleicht mal gar nicht mal so
Renato had learned so much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Ach, scheiße, mir fehlen genau... Genau einer fehlt mir. Na fuck, komm, einen muss ich noch finden unterwegs.
Don't look down, he thought.
Na komm, machen wir das, skillen wir das aus. Na geht doch.
A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun?
The Black Sun.
No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Na komm, da können wir noch vorher entlang und uns das Zimmer mitnehmen.
Ooh, Renato loved to improve his gear.
Mit voller HP in den Kampf zu gehen, ist schon viel interessanter, als wenn man nur so ein klein bisschen hat, was.
The Nexus Observatory had the Empire's most renowned scientists, working by themselves without interference. At least, so far.
Ah! Fehlt 2 Wasserextrakte.
Take a leap of faith, said the inscription.
Oh shit. Damn it.
Oh, what does the... Boy, some people are just liable to explode if you upset them. Renato had heart.
Ah, das ist easy. Das war easy. Komm, gib mir 2 Wasserextrakte. Du dreckiger Wichser. Ist es denn so schwer, mir ein paar Wasserextrakte zu geben?
Renato felt a little better. Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen till our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed.
Irving still believes in string theory. At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Final bout. Ab geht's in die Suche des letzten Skyripper-Ding. Die Info, die mir fehlt, um die Welt zu retten, beziehungsweise an der Welt zu krepieren oder wie auch immer. Man weiß ja nicht, was mich da erwartet.
Maybe it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renato's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renato dare use the Sky Ripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies. Even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies, some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after. No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler, no. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least he was sure of.
Geh zu Calaveras. Noch 3 und dann könnte ich mir die leeren Waffe bauen.
Renato wondered what would happen if he jumped. Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
Dieser eine Hit, der hat mir das Ganze verdorben.
He tried to focus on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? He didn't want to think